Okay, so what I wanted to do was I have this multi-layer shader inside Mari that's using the node graph inside Mari. I have this basic principled BRDF, which is a shader. You can connect your different channels to see if you're working with a multi-layer albedo texture, for example. You can connect your different channels to see how all those layers come together. It's not as good as the render, but makes it easier. You can just see, for example, here I have an eyeshadow. Let me turn on mirror painting. Sorry, mirror projecting. And sometimes it just thank you. Thank you, Mr. Popcorn Bag. Guys, I'm also live on YouTube. So here's my channel. If you want to see the full broadcast, you can follow me on YouTube as well. Which program? This one is Marie, and this one's Maya, and I'm also using ZBrush. But right now, I'm using Marie to work on the makeup. I have different channels for different layers of makeup. And for some reason, it's just not working right. Maybe if I switch. Okay, now it's working. Here, for example, I have a channel for eyeshadow. And here's my reference for the makeup mainly. So I think the eyeshadow is a little bit strong. So I'm trying to tone down this layer. I'm using just a basic brush, basic soft brush in Marie to paint these layers. I have my symmetry on. I think the stream latency is a little bit too high. Okay, I also have this layer for eyeline, and I'm just using basic black and white mask for each layer. So I'm just looking at the YouTube comments. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Bizarro. Thank you, MGGHP. And I have one layer for eyebrows. Just a no, just a filler for the makeup. So I'm going to use ZBrush to project some of the references on top of the model because I want to have the exact location of this beauty mark, the iconic beauty mark for Marilyn. So to have the exact location, best way is just to project some of the references on top of the model. So I'm gonna enable polypaint inside ZBrush and using the spotlight, I'm just projecting the photo, the reference photo on top of the model. I'm going to use different references from different angles. So this one was the first reference. We have this reference too, which I think, yeah, I think we got the location right. So I'm going to export this map in a very low resolution. maybe just 2K or 4K. I'm going to export it inside my project folder. And then inside Mari, I have a channel for my albedo. And inside that channel, I'm going to create a new layer. And then into that layer, I'm going to import that exact texture that we just exported. Which is this one. So I'm going to add another layer on top of that. And then using the same brush that I was just using, I'm just going to mark this spot. And then let's turn off mirror projecting. And then I'm going to just hide the reference layer. Now, yeah, I think the color should be maybe dark brown, not. A little bit darker. Also, let's add some texture. So I'm going to use the smallest size for the brush. Change the mode to clear. And just gonna make some of the spots a little bit lighter. So it's not all around just the same flat color. Okay, now let's just export all the textures again. Let's refresh the render. And every time you export from Marie, you have to keep in mind that you have to update full scene inside on. Otherwise, it wouldn't refresh your textures. Okay, now we have the beauty mark. Let's also make some changes to the overall shade. I think the lipstick could be a little bit darker. So I'm going to use a darker color for the lipstick. Something closer to the reference. And for the eyeshadow, I think I make sure that the eyeshadow layer is enabled because I'm using a layer RGBA to mix all those different makeup layers for the albedo. Okay, the eyeshadow is input number 2 and is enabled. So we probably just need to make it a little bit darker and something bluish, maybe pink or violet. maybe a little bit darker. 0.7 for the V. Okay, also we have a separate layer for eyeline, which is input number 4. So the color correction for the eyeline is I think for the eyeline, I'm just using a flat black color, which doesn't look as prominent as some of the reference photos. Let me take a look at some photos. For example, here, I think the eyeline is a bit more prominent compared to I'm also going to add a layer for the eyebrows. Okay. I'm just going to duplicate the face albedo color correction, and I'm going to rename it to face brows color correction, and I'm just connecting the same texture for the albedo. And inside my face layer RGB, I'm adding a new layer for the eyebrows, which is going to be input number 5. For the mask, you just have to connect the texture that I just added. So it's going to be mix number 5. Also enable it and change the operation to overwrite. For the color correction, I'm just going to add maybe just a slightly darker compared to the background. Okay, I think the stream is getting a little bit choppy, so maybe the internet connection is a little bit slow. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm just going to stop the stream and we can continue tomorrow. Okay, guys, have a great night. Bye.